He stood before the hidden fire. The night's sounds thrilled his marrow. His shoulders squared, 'twas his desire to make Order of the Arrow. It was the summer of 1943. The cool air of the night was replacing the warmer evening breezes as twilight settled on the Camp Lucky Boy on the banks of Blue River. Judd Compton and Ralph Callahar sat around the fire explaining the story of the Order of the Arrow to several campers. Jim Vitus, Walter Banks, Donald Garrettson, and the other campers were captivated by the stories that were told and were intrigued with the idea of forming their own lodge here in the Pacific Northwest. The smoke curled upward as the summer of '43 faded into autumn. A spark ignites. That fall, the group petitioned the Willamette Council, and on January 24, 1944, the Council Executive Board approved the petition for the establishment of an Order of the Arrow Lodge. In March, the original ordeal was held in Eugene, where 31 people were inducted and became the charter members of the first lodge in the Pacific Northwest. Tsisqan, the Umpqua Indian word for deer, was chosen as its name and the running deer as its totem. Jim Vitus was elected as the first chief and still remains an active member of the lodge today. 75 years ago today, on March 23, 1944, Tsisqan Lodge No. 253, serving the newly formed Oregon Trail Council, was chartered by the National Order of the Arrow. And the spark started a small fire. When you add fuel to a fire, it grows. And this one did, all across Oregon. Just 2 months after its founding, Tsisqan helped install 38 charter members of Kol Snas Lamate Lodge of the Cascade Area Council in Salem. That fall, members helped install Quilsham Lodge of the Mount Baker Council, Kelsema Lodge of the Evergreen Area Council, Moskwa Lodge of Fort Simcoe Council, and Kumkum Lodge of Twin Harbors Council. A few years later, Tsisqan installed Maquala Lodge of the Modoc Area Council and Mazama Lodge of the Crater Lake Council. On November 18, 1950, members of Tsisqan inducted 91 charter members of Hiaschukkasan Klatawa of the Portland Council. Each of these fires ignited more fires across the Pacific Northwest. None of the lodges that Tsisqan helped form still exist today, but their flames are carried on by the lodges that emerged from their ashes. Tatalia,
Siksmox Lamontai,
Nisqually,
Wala Mutkin,
Lola Kumgila,
and Wanalamante,
the grandchildren of Tsisqan. The Indian costumed members told of cheerfulness in service, and gave him the torch to hold and pass to those with merit. The Order of the Arrow by Charles B. McKee of Oshatka Lodge. Decades passed before Tsisqan would once again be called to guide the way. In 1979, Tsisqan adopted a new system for guiding candidates during the ordeal called the Alingamat, the Lenni Lenape word for friend. The Alingamat is an important role in the order and helps spread the flames to other scouts as they become members.
Tsisqan's success with the Alingamat program was noticed across the Northwest. In the 1980s, Tsisqan was called upon to assist other lodges with the establishment of their own Alingamat program. In 1988, a group of members from Tsisqan traveled all the way to Livingston, California to conduct an Alingamat training that was attended by 6 lodges from Northern California and Tanu Lodge in Reno, Nevada. All of these lodges, while not part of the Tsisqan family tree, had been impacted by the spirit of the running deer. Over 40 years had passed since the story at Camp Lucky Boy, but the fires continued to spread.
The foundations of our order came from a desire to honor exemplary scouts who attended summer camp and to provide continuing support for the Boy Scout summer camp program. Since its establishment, Tsisqan members have played an integral role in the Council's summer camp programs. Summer camp can help reach the flame out to scouts and scouters outside the order. Many arrowmen serve as staff at our summer camps and deliver the promise of scouting to all who come to camp with a spirit of cheerfulness. For over 75 years, Tsisqan has provided an immeasurable amount of service to the Oregon Trail Council through donations, support, and volunteer hours. The Baker Water System, the Baker Cope Course, Baker's Lighting, Baker's Boathouse, and Malacqua's Tables and Bathrooms. Each year, Tsisqan Arrowmen raise funds, gather materials, and organize service projects to maintain, improve, and build new facilities at all of our Council's properties. From the banks of Blue River at Camp Lucky Boy decades ago,
to the rustic mountain camp of Malacca,
to the modern facilities at Camp Baker and Mooney,
and to the up-and-coming camps of Kitson, Chinook, Murnane, Weyerhaeuser Woods, and Salholm.
From a small group of members in 1944 to the hundreds of active brothers across the country, Tsisqan has, is, and always will be there to cheerfully serve and lead the way. 75 years later, gathered not very far from where it all started, as we celebrate our 75th anniversary as a lodge, we can truly see the spirit of all the fires united into one great light. And now the final moment has arrived, from which our full enrollment is derived. We are led on in ceremonial line, through darkened woods from whence the candles shine. And now, with rites the brotherhood requires, we join that band which cheerfulness inspires. The Ordeal by D.M. Penrose. Tsisqan was the spark.
Each of us carry a part of the fire.
You were sent to seek a vision of yourselves and of your purpose.
Each of us has the power to spread its light.
The spark is there, already glowing. Fan it now, till it is a fire.